Hi everybody, welcome to the session 2 of spherical coordinate system. In this session, I would like to deal with the transformation from spherical coordinates to rectangular coordinates and vice versa. First of all, let me write down the three unit vectors in spherical coordinate system that we have derived in part 1 of this particular spherical coordinate system topic. We have got the three unit vectors as ar bar is equal to sin theta cos phi ax bar plus sin theta sin phi ay bar plus cos theta az bar, and a theta bar is equal to cos theta cos phi ax bar plus cos theta cos phi ay bar minus sin theta az bar, and a phi bar is equal to minus sin phi ax bar plus cos phi ay bar. Now, first of all, let us have the transformation from spherical to rectangular coordinates. Here the known parameters are the spherical coordinates ar, a theta and a phi, and we need to find the Cartesian coordinates ax, ay, az, referring to the spherical coordinates ar, a theta and a phi. And we know that in order to find out ax, we have to find out the dot product of r bar and ax bar, that is the unit vector along x axis. Similarly, ay is the dot product of the vector r bar and ay bar, unit vector along y axis, and az is r bar dot az bar, which is the unit vector along z axis. Now let us find out ax, which is equal to ar into ar bar plus a theta into a theta bar plus a phi into a phi bar dot ax. So here we get the dot product for ar bar dot ax bar is equal to, so here we get only the ax component, that is sin theta cos phi, and the remaining will be equal to 0 because ay dot ax and az dot ax will be equal to 0. Hence here we get only the sin theta cos phi plus, next when we consider the second term a theta dot ax bar, here also we get the first one, only cos theta cos phi term will be, and the remaining ay and az terms will be equal to 0 because they will be at 90 degrees with respect to ax bar. And when you consider a phi bar dot ax bar, we get minus sin phi, a phi into sin phi. Hope the things are clear to you. Similarly, let us name this equation as number 4. Ay as equal to, same equation, but we have to conduct dot product. We have to do the dot product with respect to ay bar dot ay bar, and here also ar dot ay. So we get the second term sin theta sin phi, ar into sin theta sin phi, and a theta dot ay bar. If you consider the second term, we get a theta dot ay bar. So here we get cos theta sin phi, it is actually cos theta sin phi, not cos phi. So here plus a theta into cos theta sin phi, and when a phi dot ay bar is considered, we get cos phi. Let us name this as equation number 5. And next we have to find out az, which is r bar dot az bar. Let me write down r bar as in the previous case. Here ar dot az will give us we get only az term here, cos theta, and the remaining will be equal to 0. And similarly a theta dot az, which gives us minus a theta into sin theta. And in the third one we don't have the az term, hence we don't get that. And let us consider this as equation number 6. And when these three equations are represented in matrix form, we get onto the left hand side ax, ay, az, which is equal to, here let us write down the coefficients first, sin theta cos phi, cos theta cos phi, minus sin phi, similarly from equation 5, sin theta sin phi, cos theta sin phi, and cos phi, and from equation 6 we get cos theta minus sin theta, and third one will be equal to 0 multiplied by ar, a theta, a phi. It means to say that once we have the coordinates ar, a theta, a phi, using these equations we get the rectangular coordinates ax, ay, and az. Now let us have the transformation from Cartesian coordinates to spherical coordinates. Here the known parameters are ax, ay, and az. That means we are aware of the Cartesian or rectangular coordinates, and we need to find out the corresponding spherical coordinates ar, a theta, and a phi. Let us perform the similar dot products that we have done earlier. In order to get ar, the magnitude of ar, we have to perform the dot product of r bar with respect to the unit vector ar bar. So here directly I am putting the answer ax. So if you perform the dot product, we get ax sin theta cos phi plus ay sin theta sin phi plus az cos theta. How to perform this dot product we have seen in the previous case. We have to follow the same steps here also, and The magnitude of A theta can be found out using the dot product of R bar and A theta bar, that is the unit vector along theta, which gives rise to Ax cos theta cos phi plus Ay cos theta sin phi minus Az sin theta. And A phi bar, similarly we get R bar dot A phi bar, which is equal to minus Ax sin phi plus Ay cos phi. And when it is put in matrix form, we get onto the left hand side AR A theta A phi, which is equal to, considering the coefficients onto the right hand side, sin theta cos phi, sin theta sin phi, cos theta. The second equation, cos theta cos phi, cos theta sin phi minus sin theta, and for the third equation minus sin phi cos phi, and the third one will be equal to 0. So multiplied by Ax, Ay and Az, and if you perform this you will be getting the three coordinates in spherical system AR, A theta and A phi. If you observe carefully, the previous one, that is from spherical to rectangular, we have got a matrix, and exactly the transpose of this matrix will be equal to this one. You can see that cos phi here and here cos phi, cos theta minus sin theta and 0. So if you remember one matrix or one transformation, the other would be easy for us, because this would be, the second one would be simply the transpose of the first one. If it is P, matrix P, if you consider from spherical to rectangular, and in the converse process we have to consider the transpose of the previous matrix P. So one matrix, if you remember, the other one would be simply the transpose of the other one. Next, we shall go with the differential unit lengths regarding the spherical coordinate system. Here we consider a small lengths along the three axes. First, let us consider a differential length, a smaller length dr along the radial line. Consider the radial line, and dr is the differential length along this radial line. This would be dr. Now let us consider theta from the z-axis to the radial line, and consider this differential angle d theta along theta. Here this is also radial line r, and this smaller length will be dr. Now the arc length will be equal to radius multiplied by the smaller angle d theta. So this will be equal to r d theta. So we got two differential lengths, one is along r and another one is along theta. And let us have the projection of this dr in onto the xy plane. This is the projection of dr, and let us have r sin theta here. These things we have derived in the session 1 of spherical coordinate system. This is the component of r onto the xy plane. Now let us have a small differential length along phi. Let us consider d phi along phi. This small angle is known as d phi. And this arc length will be nothing but r sin theta multiplied by d phi. Let me draw the projection of this r d theta sin phi into the main part of the projections. Here this is r sin theta d phi, which has been shown onto the main plane. These are the three differential lengths generally we get in spherical coordinate system. So let me write down the differential element length dl bar as equal to dr along ar bar plus r d theta along a theta bar plus r sin theta d phi along a phi bar. Similarly, one can find out the differential surface element ds bar. Here we consider the product of any two differential lengths, and the direction will be along the third one. So here if you consider the first two, we get r dr d theta, and it will be in the third unit vector direction a phi bar. And if you consider the second and 3, we get r square sin theta d theta d phi into ar bar. And if you consider the product of 1 and 3, we get r sin theta dr d phi into a theta bar. Similarly, we can find out the differential volume. We have to consider the product of the three differential elements here, lengths. So we get dr r square sin theta into dr d theta and d phi. That is all about the spherical coordinate systems. In the next session, I would like to explain the problems related to cylindrical coordinate system and spherical coordinate system. Subscribe to my channel for more updates and videos. Thank you.